Yeah, so yeah, I have to wear these. What? You want to do brunch in LA? Where should we go? Hey, what's up, Leo? This is your forecast for October 15th through 31st, 2016. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, this is for anyone who is born with a sun, moon, or rising sign in the sign of Leo, the lion. And don't forget, you are made of more than just one sign, okay? You can check out your birth chart. I posted a link below to where you can go online for free, pull it up. If you have your time of birth, you can find out what your rising sign is, or ascendant sign as it's also called. And that is the most important sign that you can know if you have the opportunity to get that information. Check out your horoscope every month for your rising sign and your moon sign, as well as the sun if your sun sign is Leo. And also, I have a website now to where you can go to order a personalized reading from moi, and that is indigomoonastrology.com. I posted a link below, and also the little I button at the top is what you can click to go to that site as well. All right, now on to your October mid-month forecast. All right, Leo, so first we're going to talk about on the 15th, we have a transit that is in opposition between the sun and Uranus. Okay, so the sun is your ruling planet. It's expression, it's ego, it is, creative expression. And we have Uranus, which is rebelliousness, it's the unexpected, it's surprises, it's shocking, it's going against the norm, going against what everyone else is doing, being a little bit of a weirdo and an alien. That is your Uranian energy. So this is happening for you. The sun is in your third house, and this is the house of communication, of your skills of the hands, of your thinking. And then Uranus is in your ninth house, which is your higher mind and higher education and travel, and just seeing the world from like a broad perspective and expanding your horizons. This your opposition here is an opposition between those two areas of life, the lower mind and the higher mind, pretty much. The lower mind, by what I mean by that, is thinking about just like the day to day, okay, from 1 minute to the next, pretty much taking things and thinking about things from 1 minute to the next, not really that far out there, picking up a lot of data and details, a little bit of bits and pieces of information here and there. And then the opposite, the ninth house, is absorbing countless, pieces of information, like reading long books, reading novels, absorbing college level educational information. Sun and Uranus opposing each other in these houses. I would say that there can be a little bit of a buzzing energy, so to speak, when it comes to your education if you are a Leo that's pursuing education. So maybe you just all of a sudden enroll in college. You're like, you know what, that's it. I regret never going to college, never furthering my education, so I'm just suddenly going to enroll. Or it can be suddenly changing your major if you are in college. Or it can be suddenly wanting to travel somewhere very far away, because this is long distance travel versus short distances. Now, the full moon happens on the 16th in the same area, because it's when the sun and moon oppose each other. So first we just had the sun and Uranus bringing a little bit of a weird buzz, and now we have the moon, which is emotions, coming into the mix. And whenever there's a full moon, it sets the tone for the next 30 days. It's like, or 28 days. From one full moon to the next, this is kind of something that sticks with you. So, and it's emotional as well. It's like the feeling of this transit sticks with you. Okay, so we have some long distance versus short distance travel. We have higher mind versus lower mind. So what can happen here? I mean, just the things that I already mentioned, and maybe, suddenly traveling somewhere far away, and people be like, Leo, you've never been to the island of Matubalumumbu before. What makes you just want to go there all of a sudden? Like, it's not even on a map. Like, why do you want to go that far away, some mysterious, strange land? But you're just like, I just felt like it. Like Forrest Gump, I just felt like running. I mean, I just felt like taking off one day, I'm pretty sure Forrest Gump, when he was running around the country like that, he had a Uranus transit that just zapped him, where he's like, I'm just going to take off. I randomly want to do it. So that can happen for you guys, whether education or travel, some sudden revelation is going to be brought to you. On the 18th, we have Venus moving into Sagittarius, which for you guys is your 5th house of romance and relationships that are casual, dating, butterflies in the stomach, the honeymoon phase, receiving those text messages or IMs from somebody that you are so excited to hear from, and that you get this, the hearts start floating in the air and hearts start popping up in your eyes type of energy. So Venus moves there, and this is in a fellow fire sign. So this is excellent news for you guys, Leos. It's time to have some fun, especially when it comes to love. And if you are a single Leo and you don't have anyone to share yourself with, which I would be surprised, because Leos are normally very fabulous and outgoing and confident and gorgeous and keep up with your appearance very well. So I would imagine, it's hard to imagine like a Leo being single and lonely, but hey, it happens, okay? And you guys have other energies in your chart too. If this happens, you can be craving that a lot more. Craving like, oh, I wish I had somebody to go to the fair with. I wish I had someone to go celebrate Halloween or some fall festivals or spring festivals if you live in the southern hemisphere where it's spring. I wish I had someone to spend time with doing fun stuff. It's pretty much, what you may feel if you're single. And you may feel a little bit more free to get out there and mingle and get out there and just meet people and have fun doing that. Go to the movies, go to fairs, go to concerts, like anything that's fun. And also Venus is creativity, so anything creative. You can meet someone, because wherever Venus transits through, Venus represents relationships. This is an area of life for you where you can meet someone and meet love. So you can meet love while you're just being creative, having a good time, even out with your friends, or maybe even some Leos are confident enough to take themselves to the movies or out to dinner. Even if you do that, maybe you may meet someone because you are exuding energy of your heart chakra being open. And that energy is going to be picked up on by, people of interest, okay? So, hey, this is a great time to fall in love, to meet love, and to have fun with someone that you're already in love with and in an established relationship. Yes, you are going to crave that feeling of newness, new love. When you guys first met, you're going to want to go back to those times again. So you may have to just give your partner a little elbow nudge, like, come on, let's get out. Like, our relationship is stale now. Like, just because we're married or we're older or we've been together for such and such amount of years, it doesn't mean we can't have fun. It doesn't mean we can't date each other, So you're going to be craving that feeling. So use your fiery Leo energy along with this fiery Sag energy to get that spark back in that relationship. And just a spark back in your life in general. I know Saturn has been blocking you guys because Saturn is kind of like a downer when it's in the 5th house of fun. Saturn is like, he's all about hard work and discipline. So he's trying to discipline you in this area of life. And my Leos are not feeling it. You guys, this has been a transit that's happening for you since a year ago, since the fall of 2015. Saturn has been in your 5th house, kind of blocking you guys, with the dating and the romance, or making it a little more difficult and hard, like harder to express yourself. And that's like very unnatural for Leos, because you guys are the 5th sign on the zodiac wheel. So whenever there's 5th house energy, like 5 signs from you, okay, there's planetary activity happening there, it really affects you guys a lot, because this is a familiar energy to you. So Saturn blocking all of your Leo stuff, that's like so unfamiliar to you guys. But Venus moving into that sign, she's going to tell Saturn, look, let the Leo go out and play, okay? Let Leo have fun. Let Leo be romantic for at least a short period of time. Venus's transits are usually around close to a month. So for this next month, Saturn, can Leo please have some fun? Please have some romance into their lives. And Saturn will unfold his arms and say, okay, I guess. But Leo has to get back to work as soon as you are done transiting and, and playing with him or her, okay? So that is Venus and Sag starting on the 18th of October. On the 19th of October, we have Mars coming in conjunction with Pluto. This is happening in your 6th house of health, work, and daily routine. Ooh, this energy happening in your 6th house is, there's some positives here and there's some not so positives. So we will speak about both. The happy, positive stuff. If you are trying to lose weight, Leo, if you're trying to get your body back in shape, Mars is action, drive, initiative, Pluto is really deep transformation. Okay, so you can really use this energy and toward like the action and drive towards like enhancing your health. Okay, like getting out there back to the gym, running again. You know, this is the time of year where the weather is nice in a lot of areas of the world. So get out there, go hiking and go running. And Mars and Pluto coming together is like having a laser sharp preciseness with what you're doing and being very driven and focused and having like tunnel vision towards what you want to aim your action and drive at. So if you guys want to lose weight, you know, get back in shape, this is going to be a really good transit for that. It's at its peak on the 19th, but still like a few days before, a few days after, that energy is still there. It's just building up, comes to a peak, and then it fades down, but it's still there. So try not to overdo it though with Mars and Pluto, because this can mean it can lead to injury or some sort of health issue that you may bring about by trying to overdo it. Okay, so don't overdo it, but use the energy wisely, you know, towards some good things to do with your physical drive and action towards health. Now, this is also the house of work and daily routines. So your work environment is affected by Mars and Pluto too. So once again, this can mean that you really aim your focus into your work. And especially if you are in an area, and if you're in a field that has to do with research, this transit is like such a powerhouse for you, such a great boost of energy for you to really be focused, like so precisely on your research. If you are in a field that you deal with other people, like customers, or you deal with just other co-workers around you, be mindful and careful of conflict, okay? Because Mars is an aggressive energy. It's also kind of impatient and pushy, and it wants power, you know, to be able to like express itself in an aggressive way. And then Pluto is also about power, like extreme power, like playing the boogeyman or boogie woman, like being scary to other people, like having that type of power. So when these two come together in the work environment, Leo, you can be known as a force not to be reckoned with, which can be good if you're in a position of authority to where you have to kind of put the smack down on some employees, some co-workers for some reason. But if you are trying to be in a peaceful work environment, be careful. Don't go overboard. If you work with customers and customer service, you may receive some kind of harsh feedback or some sort of like confrontational energy from customers, and you may feel like firing right back at them. Just be very careful with this energy. Once again, I'm gonna tell you, and don't get out of control to where you do something to get yourself fired or something, Leo. So be very careful with the Mars and Pluto energy. This is around the 19th of October. The 22nd, the sun moves into the sign of Scorpio, and for you guys, this is your 4th house of home and family. So we already had Venus hanging out there since September, sweetening things up around the home, maybe because Venus rules the feminine, and females maybe hanging out with female family members a lot more, like mom, grandma, aunts, you know, female cousins, you know, just also cooking a lot more at home, cooking for family and really enjoying that. So a lot of good family oriented energy. But now the sun is going to go there, and the sun highlights an area of life for you and shows you the good and the bad. Okay, but you see everything so bright and so clear in that area of life. So this is home and family. So you may start noticing things around your home that need to be changed, you know, and since Mars is hanging out in your 6th house of cleanliness and the daily routines that you do, you may start seeing like, you know what, we can start incorporating some better like routines around this house or within this family. The sun in the 4th house is a time where you may feel less social and less like being out there in the world, exploring the world, a little bit more driven towards home, okay, and just being around family a lot more and being a little bit more private. There's other influences going on around your chart that may kind of counteract that. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you are going to want to have maybe a day or two out of the week to where you just do nothing at home, but just be at home and maybe not be the superstar Leo around all these fans and people, you know, even if they're fans in your mind. You may just want to be around your family or just come home and retreat and just relax and just, not really, yeah, not really be too social. So a little bit more of a private energy, more introspective energy, maybe thinking back to memories of the past with family, especially because Mercury is going to move into Scorpio, into this area on the 24th as well, and join the sun. And Mercury is thoughts and communication. You will be thinking a lot more about your past. Memories are going to come flying back to you, Leo, let me tell you. And it can be good or bad. A lot of childhood stuff, the roots. This is the root of your chart. So anything that has to do with your roots, you may be talking more about family, roots, and history, digging more into your family history and talking about it with relatives, which is so wonderful to do. You may have to feel like standing up for your roots a little bit more and be more proud of your roots during this time as well. So bringing more energy into the mix, Scorpio energy and fourth house energy, there's a new moon that happens on the 30th. This is when the sun and the moon come together in the same sign and the same degree. They birth something brand new for you. This can be a new beginning when it comes to home and family. So maybe you start seeing that you want to feel more comfortable in a home, so you change homes, you move. I can see a lot of Leos moving around this time because of all this energy happening at the root of your chart. And also it can mean just, yeah, changing some things around your existing home, maybe just a new beginning within your family in general. But there is for sure a change on the horizon as far as home and family for you guys with this new moon. All right, Leo, so now I'm going to shuffle some angel tarot cards for you guys and see what the messages are specifically for your sign for the full moon on the 16th and the new moon on the 30th. So let me go shuffle and I'll be right back. All right, Leo, so these are the cards that came up for you guys for October for the full moon and new moon. So for the full moon, the Four of Water card came up for you guys. The message on the card says, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom, open your eyes to the possibilities. So the mermaid on this card, she is looking back at 3 cups over here that are empty. And she's dwelling on them. That means she's dwelling on something from the past. And that can be a missed opportunity. Maybe a missed work opportunity, a missed opportunity for furthering your education, because this full moon does highlight your education in a way. But a missed opportunity. She's dwelling on that. All the while, she doesn't realize there is this cup with a golden rim right next to her, which can be a golden opportunity right there. She is just not seeing it. So my Leo people, just generally speaking about your energy, you guys can be kind of stubborn at times, and you guys can be always right in your mind about things. So maybe it can be that you're dwelling on something like a missed opportunity. And why me? Why wasn't I picked? Why didn't I, have that opportunity for whatever reason? And you're not seeing that there is still an opportunity right there that you can go after. This energy, it does highlight your 9th house, which is the house of greater opportunity and seeing the world from a more broad perspective. It is an energy that's similar to Sagittarius. If you guys have any Sag friends, which Sag is a fellow fire sign, they see the world in the way of the 9th house, where this full moon is at for you guys. So you're seeing the world in a more Sagittarian way, or you're being called to, okay? See it in more that way, like, that everything and anything is possible for you. That any opportunity that you want to grab is yours to grab. Normally, Leo energy is very confident, but like I said, you guys can be stubborn and, maybe kind of hold on to stuff. So this is back here, the why me, why didn't I, why wasn't I, why. This right here is, oh, look, you know what? Even though I missed this one, I can still go after this. Okay, so that's what the full moon is highlighting for you guys according to this card. Now the one for the new moon on the 30th in your in your 4th house is the Two of Earth. Okay, Earth cards deal with financial security, stability, and comfort. And this card says too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. So there's a fairy on this card. And in that green ball, it looks like there's 2 coins in there. And she's carrying them upward. Now, this new moon is happening in your fourth house of home and family. There can be something that's maybe unstable that's going on in the home, you know, and you, with the sun moving there and the new moon there, maybe you are realizing that something needs to change, something needs to be balanced out. This can be some kind of financial issue that is associated with family as well. So maybe you need to resolve that this month. Anything that has to do with family, you know, there can be a disbalance there. So this card is all about balancing things out. Maybe you are very focused on career and work, and you are, because you got, you know, Mars in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, your sixth house. So maybe you've been like such a powerhouse at work in your work environment, but you've been neglecting your home life. So you know, your family looks at you like you have too much going on, pretty much, Leo. So this can mean that you need to balance those things out. Okay, it's great to be, you know, a top dog in your work environment and really getting stuff done and working that overtime. But don't forget about your family. Don't forget about balancing your budget and your finances. You know, don't forget about that stuff. You guys no longer have Jupiter and Virgo hanging out in your second house of, you know, earned income and possessions and things like that, to give you a boost there. It may have given you a boost during that whole year, you know, up until September of this year that it was there, but you guys don't have it there anymore, that magical genie energy when it comes to earning money. So it may go back to just normal. Like, you have to balance out your budget. You have to really conserve your money, especially when it comes down to the home environment. So those are your cards for the month of October for Leo. All right, Leo, that was it for your mid-month of October monthly forecast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for your patience. I apologize for getting these out late in the month, but as I explained in my update video that I posted a few days ago, I got a lot of orders for readings, more than expected, once I started trickling my website out there. So this is awesome. I've got so much great feedback from everyone and response from everyone, and I just had to kind of get things in order a little bit. Now things are in order, and hey, here's your horoscope. I hope it was helpful for you guys and insightful in any kind of way. Don't forget to go to my new website, indigomoonastrology.com, if you would like to order a reading. And I will see you guys in November. I hope you have a fun, wonderful month. See you guys next month.